Hello everyone, it's Kanoro and this will be the first video of our tutorial series. This video is basically going to touch on aiming accurately from a distance with automatic weapons, notably assault rifles. I'm sure that most of you know that pretty much the longer you shoot, the more the spread is going to be on the weapon, thus the more inaccurate your shots are going to be. So this video is basically just going to show you proper ways of shooting to reduce accuracy loss. It's clear to most of us that burst firing and tap firing is a lot more accurate than going full auto. However, a lot of people tend to get nervous and freak out and end up going full auto anyway, and that usually results in them dying. So just try to throw it out the window, chill, relax, fire in small bursts. Even if it feels slow and sluggish and suicidal, just throw it out the window, trust me. My assault rifle is built specifically for movement speed. It gives plus 0.50 speed, so it's definitely not the most accurate assault rifle out there, but if you follow my instructions, you will be able to hit accurately with pretty much any assault rifle in the game. However, don't think that decreasing the spread of your weapon doesn't affect anything, because it really does, which I'll get into later on in this video. But for now, I'll show you a few clips using my current movement speed modded gun. And yeah, right here, this is what happens when you go full auto, as you are probably well aware of. An entire magazine expended and only 3 hits. And it takes, on average, 4 to 5 hits to kill someone with an assault rifle. Now, this is what happens when you tap fire. And just note that the test subject, the time for fight, refilled his health completely full before this iteration of shots that's about to happen right now. So as you can see, despite the fact that I only fired about 7 shots, I still hit overwhelmingly more shots than I did when I went full auto. That being said, again, I will say, don't get nervous, don't freak out, just tap fire, burst fire. It's a lot more effective than going full auto. And whoever you're shooting at is going to die a lot quicker and a lot more effectively. Now I'll show you a few examples from actual games, rather than a test subject who's standing perfectly still. Oh, and note, one very important feature about tap firing from a distance is that your first 3, maybe 4 shots, depending on the weapon spread, are always perfectly accurate, 100% accurate. That being said, if your first few rounds don't hit your target, then you might want to stop and restart another burst to regain that initial accuracy. In certain situations, depending on distance and weapon spread, going full auto isn't a bad thing. However, regardless of your weapon spread or the distance, accuracy is still affected by going full auto, so make sure you learn the limits of your weapon spread. Here's a good example of what I was talking about earlier when I said that players tend to panic and go full auto rather than keeping their shots controlled, or in the case of more experienced players, it's usually due to overconfidence or complacency. You also have to note that the closer the target is to you, the less intervals you need in between bursts. So for example, if someone's fairly close to you, you can shoot in bursts of like 3 to 4 shots, whereas if they're within sniping distance away from you, you'll pretty much have to shoot in bursts of 1 to 2 shots. But what works from any distance is literally rapid fire clicking like a pistol or a combat rifle, for example. Well, this concludes tutorial number 1 of our new channel, BlackNyota. If you enjoyed it, if you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and rate and comment the video if you have any suggestions for future tutorial videos. This one was done by myself, Kenoro, and the next one will be done by Time for Fight. Also stay tuned for other series such as test videos and videos posting contests, giving you the possibility of winning Zin or being gifted free items.